Hey, what is up everybody? Platform Disciple here, and today we're going to do some ranked gameplay using the Shun Howl's Earn deck that I showed you the other day. I've made a couple modifications to it based on my play testing, where I discovered that the deck completely destroys most control decks and really struggles against aggro even with Yuan-Chi in the command zone. So you'll notice that the main board of the deck is now slightly changed. Jinhai Ambush in there and a few other cards that are going to make it easier to survive against aggro, whereas cards that are going to help us in the control matchup are on the sideboard. A couple more cards that are going to help us with aggro, but point is, it's been changed around a bit. We've also put Noble Protector in the command zone instead of Terror Moose for the same reason, which is that Terror Moose was too slow against aggro. I mean, he was very good against control, but like I said, we're going to win the control matchup most of the time anyways. But Noble Protector in the aggro matchup lets us use Yuan-Chi without hesitation. We can use Yuan-Chi and Yuan-Chi's Wrath without him dying, which is really great. So we're going to hop into a ranked game, and hopefully I'm going to be showcasing the deck performing well. But if we get matched up against triple Flamed On or triple Genesis, I make no promises. All right, here we are in game, everyone. My game crashed the same way that it has in the past two videos, which is concerning. I don't know what's going on, but every time it seems to work the second time after the game crashes, it seems to load up fine. So I don't know what's going on, but we're against a Death Blast aggro deck, which kind of sucks. I don't want to play against that. We're gonna just go ahead, and he actually misplayed already. I don't know why he didn't put out a 1-1, or excuse me, a 2-2. Unless he might be thinking that we're playing a morale deck, but otherwise it's a misplay. No, it was just a misplay. But we don't mind misplays, and this sucks that we got our stupid Noble Protector back. Let's see. Agent Coil Soul Settler actually won't be that big of an issue because of retaliation. We're just gonna boost our guys, I think. Actually, no, we're gonna use this early period of the game to put down a Burian's Banner. Yep, so now we can just retaliate it, and we don't actually have to worry about the dragon ever happening. It unfortunately means we can't use our retaliation on Bromic, who could ultimately prove to be a bigger problem for us. Noble Protector, we're gonna do this. But as you can see, this is pretty crappy matchup. Like I said, against aggro, we just get hosed pretty hard. We do have Yuan-Chi's Wrath now, which is good. So we can use Yuan-Chi himself. And we're gonna Flamed On Commando his Bromic. And there's a good chance that it just dies now. Put retaliation back on our deck. All right. So we do have that other Yuan-Chi coming, that under the actual card. That's bad though. We could get burned out right now. What a pain. And we're gonna have to use the actual Yuan-Chi effect. Use the Yuan-Chi, then we're gonna use Jinhai Ambush. And hopefully that gives us enough of a defense zone that we can actually put down Great Fortress of Zihai. And actually, we're going to go ahead and put Noble Protector up there in case he has another Flag Bearer. So we're dead to Death Blast, which is probably what's happening. Alright, so we're not dead yet. Unfortunately, we're going to gather thoughts our stupid Noble Protector back into our deck again, but I really feel like I need gas. Like any card in my hand right now would be nice. Yeah, so we lose. Fun deck to play against. That Death Blast deck was definitely a tier 1 deck prior to Rebellion. And like I said when I was talking about Rebellion cards, there's a very real chance that a lot of these cards remain as powerful as they were before. Or the decks remain as powerful as they were before. And that's what we're looking at. So he doesn't have any artifact removal, which is good. We're actually gonna sideboard in a lot of our just low-cost characters. And we're gonna side out Anabirian's Banner. Tough choices. Calamity's too slow, I think. Take out Recycles. And very tough choices. Take out a Shun Howls. Alright, we're gonna go with this, but there's a very real possibility that we just get completely hosed. This is a better starting hand, because we can actually turn off Rita and Bromic, or Rita and Agent Coil pretty early on. We also already have our Shunhel's Urn, which we don't really care about early, but it would be bad if we didn't get it at all, I guess is what I want to say. Alright, so now we don't have to deal with Rita anymore, thank goodness. We do have a Flamed On Commando ready for this, which is nice. Adorable Monkey, so we have a couple blockers now. Boost our guys. And we're gonna commando the 2/2 because we just want to put things out. And next turn we can do Agent Coil. Or Yuanchi even. Yuanchi might be pretty strong here. We're gonna do that. Then we can do Agent Coil a turn after. So anyways, the adorable monkeys are there because against a deck like this, there is some chance that we're just gonna win through morale. And they block well, which is the other thing. We'll do our Agent Coil. We're gonna do we care about Flag Bearer or trading better? I think we care about trading better. We're gonna shrink Bromic just in case he actually gets through. And next turn we can do Dauda Yuanchi, or we can do Great Fortress of Zihan. Yeah, so good thing I actually switched that at the last second. Oh, he might actually kill our Yuanchi. I think this is definitely a turn that we take to play the Fortress. Because, as I have said before, the Fortress card, the sooner we get it out, if we've stabilized it, like this card He probably doesn't have any location removal in his deck at the moment, at least. And it's probably going to gain me, provided that he doesn't kill me like insanely quickly, it could easily gain me 25 life. I'm tempted to play Shun Howls here. Yeah, I'm gonna play Shun Howls this turn. So anyways, we put Purifies in the deck for these Dark Blast cards. If we're lucky, we'll actually draw one. I don't think we're actually going to use Yuan-Chi this turn. We're going to draw a card. There's our Purify. Very tempting to just go for the Dark Blast. And we're going to do it. We're going to get the Dark Blast out of there. And now we have to worry about the other one. What is it? Death Blast. Looks like we really should have Yuan-Chi. Now he has priority, so there's a chance we just don't get to. But we're gonna try anyways, because there's no chance it's gonna happen unless we try at least. Echo the Battlefield is in front because it is going to die if Yuan-Chi works, and it protects us from Flag Bearer, basically. Yuan-Chi himself will actually die here, but he has served his purpose at this point. He has done a lot for us, and now we're just praying that between Great Fortress of Zihan and our Shun Howl's urn, that we can actually make it out of this. We're in very good shape now. Very good shape. So he might Calamity. We're just gonna draw twice, I think. If he Calamities this turn, then that's great. Anytime he takes time to stall, it's good for us. Okay, there's a Death Blast. It'd be sweet if we drew frickin' Purify. We're gonna shuffle away Humble. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. And we do have the blockers available, which is nice. As you can see, he might die to Morale faster than he's gonna die to damage from Shun Howls. And also, this is a great showcase of the Great Fortress of Zihan just really doing work. It's gained us so much health. I think we're gonna play Invincible Defender. We're gonna draw. If we dug, I don't think we want any of those. Gonna shuffle away Humble again. Humble is just generally not gonna do anything for us at this point in the game. Okay, so he's just desperately going in for that 6 damage. But we gained 5 back, so it's a pretty marginal thing. So he's got priority again, so Jinhai Ambush is a good play for us. This is getting stressful, man. This is getting too stressful. So the awkward thing about Jinhai Ambush, which is the reason I didn't have it in the first version of the deck, is Gather Thoughts does not play well with the card, because I don't want to see these worthless ass cards, so I don't want to shuffle those into my deck. So he could definitely get in for damage. So I think think we're gonna do that just in case, to reduce any damage we might take. Alright, well, he's not getting through this turn at least. Okay, Purify, great, perfect, perfect. Death Blast is out, which means the only one we have to worry about is Anger of Veroria, and that will kill him at this point, potentially. So I think we're in the clear. We're gonna do Commando Yuan-Shi's Gather Thoughts, and that's gonna give us Purify, Yuan-Shi's Wrath, and Commando back in our deck, which are all cards that we kind of want. We're getting rid of Red Tape. Red Tape doesn't stall very well once he's got that many resources. Mass Death. He gets in for his measly 6 damage, which we're okay with now. I could Yuan-Shi's this turn. I might just use Red Tape and then play the monkey. He only has 2 cards, so I think the odds of him bursting me are pretty low. We're gonna shuffle away Retaliation because right now he's showing us Paladin of the Flame Dawn, and he just played Cavalry Paladin, so. But he actually doesn't have that many more opportunities to kill me. So Red Tape that back. And he's lost now. So we just want to defend with everything that we can defend with. Great. So we, of course, want to order this properly, so we're going to use Yuan-Shi's Wrath, and then we're going to use Jinhai Ambush to maximize the amount of health we have in the defense zone. And this looks like a good win for us. But geez, this is such a hard matchup for this deck. And we win it with morale and damage. You don't get any bonus points for that, unfortunately, but, and I'm not saying that you should, but the victory this game was pretty, it was pretty dominant. It was about as dominant as his win the first game. At least I think so. Let's see. I'm tempted to take Gather Thoughts out for recycle, but the one advantage about Gather Thoughts is that Gather Thoughts lets us play it when we don't have things in the graveyard, which gives us a turn 1 play, because we don't really have much to do on turn 1, especially against his deck. Our best turn 1 play is to Intimidating Monk Bromic, but other than that, we don't have anything. I think we're just going to put the recycles in. And are we going to take anything out? I mean, we really should. Red Tape felt pretty weak that game, so we're going to take out Red Tape, and we're going to take out a single Gather Thoughts. All right, here we go. And there's Gather Thoughts, like I said, the turn 1 Gather Thoughts. This hand doesn't have Humble, which is bad. I think I'm gonna actually just reshuffle. Okay, that's way better. This is a premium opener, actually. This is like, damn, this is about as good as we're gonna get. So we're gonna Intimidating Monk Bromic, I think. Or do we? I think we'll leave it, and we'll try to get a strong play with the defender. And we're just gonna Humble. Stupid Rita. Hate that card. I mean, Unlike some people think she's completely broken, which I disagree with. I think that she's just really good and it's meta dependent. All right, so as you can see, we got pretty solid play there where they had no turn 2 play, basically. I think we might Invincible Defender. And do we say go or do we play Intimidating Monk? Like if he plays Agent Coil Soul Seller, that's super good for us because then we can Yuan-Shi and we don't have to worry about it, but he did not. But we did put Paladin of the Flame Dawn low enough that we can actually Yuan-Shi's, but we don't want to because Soul Seller. If he bolts his own Soul Seller this turn, we're so boned. Do this. We're gonna give our guys more health and pray. And I've moved this Echo of the Battlefield to the Assault Zone because I think it's gonna be more potent if it blocks more characters. Okay. So he doesn't know how Soul Seller works. Soul Seller dies if he's in the command zone, 90% sure, yeah. I applaud him for trying to make this game easier for me because this was not a match that I was excited for. And now we can Yuan-Shi's very freely. I think Gather Thoughts is pretty good here. The 2 cards that we have in our graveyard are good, and if he kills anything other than anything that he can kill right now, I'm okay with dying. And Yuan-Shi's is gonna hit like a truck. Boom. We have another Yuan-Shi's, which is really nice. So this game is playing a lot more smoothly for us. We're gonna use Daude again. And I think we're gonna leave these characters in the order they're in. I could play Flame Dawn Commando this turn. To put a dent in Bromic. It would receive the health buff, which is the main thing, so I think we're going to do that. He could Mass Death this turn, but I lose 2 guys, so I don't care. Yeah, this is good. It's a little worse, but it's hardly bad. Any game we're at turn 7 and we're above 70 health against anything that involves Flame Dawn, other than, I guess, this deck, is a good game for us. We're still holding the Purifies because we're seriously waiting for his direct burn spells to hit the graveyard. We're gonna draw. Do we recycle that? I don't think we do. Part of me says that he's gonna play Mass Death. So we're gonna pull back this. Yeah. No Mass Death. Interesting. There's the Dark Blast. That's... okay. Like, dude, this is like, I don't know, the most intense quest in an adventure game you've ever played, where you have to find all the pieces of the puzzle. Like, I mean, like, just imagine like Legend of Zelda, where you're trying to get all the pieces of the Triforce. Let me tell you the pieces of the Triforce in this. It's Dark Blast, Death Blast, and Anger of Auroria if he's running it, which we haven't seen yet. But god damn, I don't want to see those cards. I think we're just gonna use Daude. We're in really, really good shape right now, though. I could Commando it. I could. And then we could follow it up with Yuan-Shi's next turn, but he doesn't need to know that I have Commando in hand. And we're gonna shuffle away recycle, which is more or less the same thing as using the effect, but it doesn't put the intimidating monk back into our deck. So he is gonna mass death this turn. And we are going to double you on next turn. Ooh, yes. Nice. So we're gonna use Yuan-Chi. We're gonna use Yuan-Chi's Wrath. And I'm pretty sure that handles 90% of the cards that we have to deal with. Part of me is tempted to use Purify on Mass Death so that he can't do this nonsense ever again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Well, that's bad, but we have the double Yuan-Chis, so they all die. So I guess I'm a real comedian for saying it was bad. And this is a very opportune turn for us to play the Fortress. We get to use Daude. He's put down 2 flag bearers, and he doesn't have mass death anymore, so it's very difficult for him to get past blockers, which means that even just an Echo of the Battlefield is gonna be a pretty big speed bump for him. And we have Jinhai Ambush in hand. We still have another Yuan-Chi's Wrath. He might be setting up for the Calamity again. No, he didn't gain a resource, so Rage Quit? I don't know. I think we're just gonna draw and start digging for our combo pieces. It might be easier to kill him with Morale, so I might put the monkey back in the deck. Put the monkey back in. Do I want to put Purify back in? We'll hold off on Purify for the time being. And just to play it safe, we'll play Jinhai Ambush. Yeah, that was definitely the right move to play it safe there. We have another clean double Yuan-Chis this turn. So Daude, Yuan-Chi, Yuan-Chi. This is playing out so much more smoothly. And this is why I had to edit the deck, is that my original version of the deck just got completely dumpstered by Flame Dawn. I hadn't tested against this deck, but this deck plays pretty closely to Flame Dawn, I think. Unfortunately, our Noble Protector went down there. Oh, there's Death Blast. We don't have our Purify. So let's go ahead and get our Purify back. And we're gonna do Invincible Defender, and we're gonna do Agent Coil Immovable. And if he plays any attackers, we probably win. He might, unfortunately, just Death Blast us like 2 or 3 times in a row. Okay. Every turn that he stalls, I gain 5 health, which is kind of a big deal. I could put the Inevitability Clock out, which is what Shun Hell's Urn is. I think we're actually just going to use Daude, and then we're going to play Iberian's Banner. I'm so scared of him dumping his whole hand that I'm very tempted to just use Yuan-Chi. I'm actually gonna shuffle away Humble instead, though. Oh, nice. Echo of the Battlefield is gonna cover for us pretty well if we get into a pinch. Chain Lightning, Yuan-Chi is down. Daude is down. Do we put out the Inevitability Clock? Do we do it? I think we do. I don't want to gather thoughts while these 2 guys are in the top of my graveyard, but I do want to draw a card. So I might do it anyways. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so he's still just gonna wait, it looks like. But now we've got our Inevitability Clock out, so There's only so long he can wait. We're gonna put Purify back in again. We're gonna dig, look for Purify, and there's this. This is what I get for using Gather Thoughts on Yuan-Shi and Daude. If I shuffle him back in the deck, I would bet you that I'd get Daude. And I think I'm gonna shuffle him back in the deck. It seems like my best play right now. Nope. But I got a duplicate Shun Halzern, which is pretty much just as bad. Okay, so he is out on the battlefield now. With his 2 commandos. Ooh, do we have a sick win condition of commandoing our own monkey? We don't. That's too bad. Unless we get really lucky and draw into Yuan-Shis, but I think we already put all our Yuan-Shis in the graveyard. No, we have one more in the deck, so we could get super lucky here. Stupid Dade. We're gonna do a commando and we're gonna hold the other commando. Commando, and we're gonna purify Death Blast. Okay. He's in the assault zone, so he means business, or he's given up. He's toast. He's only got 5 more L. So if he doesn't concede right now, I have priority, and this is a deploy effect, so the monkey dies, and we should win. And just to play this properly, we're gonna shuffle away Daude. And we're gonna shuffle away Shun Halzern. And there, see, we got another vigilance creature or character. So that's game over. Boom. All right, I'm pretty pleased with how this game went. I think you guys will like this match a lot. And in case you were wondering, that was Ant Venomer, and I believe he or she, or whatever they identify as, are at the top of the ladder, or well, they used to be, before we ruined everything. But point is that the Shun Howl's deck just proved that it can hold up against one of the stronger decks in the meta, even when game 1 was so bad. So until next time, everybody, peace out.